I want you to imagine that you woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Instead of having any inclination to sleep in, you immediately got out of bed and started working on something that is very purposeful and meaningful to you. Right after you work on that one thing for an hour, you go to the gym and you're super motivated. You can't wait to go. You have no roadblocks in your head. You're not thinking, oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I want to watch this video. Oh, I want to do this thing instead. You don't get any of those thoughts in your head and you immediately go to the gym. You have an amazing workout. You leave the gym. You have amazing social interactions at the gym because you're just in a better mood, so people approach you more, and you make some friends at the gym, and you end up actually talking to that one crush you have at the gym because you actually have the confidence to go up and talk to her. You have all these things and your day is going so well. Imagine this is your life. Imagine your entire day is like that. Imagine the self-confidence, imagine how good you feel inside from all the hard work and meaning and purpose you're getting in life. What if I told you you could actually fall in love with living this life? Imagine, and you wouldn't feel like you're climbing a mountain every time you just do a simple task. Imagine you actually love and want and have the desire and like the urge to go and do these good things rather than the bad things. Now we got to backtrack and ask the question as to why this isn't your life. Why can't you find the motivation to get out of bed in the morning? Why can't you just push yourself? Why can't you just be disciplined? Why can't you just do the hard thing, especially when you don't feel like it? Why can't you get up in the morning to pray? Maybe you're a Muslim, but I'm a Christian. Why can't we get up in the morning and pray like Muslims do? Why can't we do that? Why can't we go and dedicate our morning and our nighttime to God? And I'm talking to myself here as well. I'm not just putting you down. Why is it so hard to just dedicate my time to God, dedicate my time to the gym, dedicate my time to running in the morning, especially when I don't feel like it? Why can't I stop procrastinating? Why can't I go and actually do an hour of good work on like my purpose or my YouTube channel or something I need to do like homework? Why can't I focus and dial in on these things that I need to do that I know will make me feel better, that are delayed gratification? Why can't I just focus on doing them? The reason why you're unable to actually live this kind of life is because you still have instant gratification habits in your day, somewhere in your day, that are taking you away from the delayed gratification habits. So really quickly, in case you don't watch my videos or you don't watch this kind of content a lot, if you do, you might want to skip like the next minute or two of this video. But essentially there's instant gratification and there's delayed gratification. Instant gratification is the habits that you know that feel good in the moment, that are pleasurable in the moment, but later on are going to impact you negatively. And actually, a lot of times they bring your baseline happiness level on an everyday basis lower each time you do the habit. That's instant gratification. So it might be eating junk food, it might be watching porn, fapping, it might be simply ignoring something that you're supposed to be doing and doing something more fun instead and stimulating, doom scrolling, things like that. Just wasting time doing things that you'd rather be doing rather than the hard work, the disciplined work, the work that takes effort. Ignoring the work that takes effort to go do the low effort fun things. And so delayed gratification is the good habits that don't feel good in the moment. They feel actually quite difficult or hard or like strenuous or simple, or just simply something you don't want to do. But in the long term, they're going to increase your baseline happiness level on an everyday basis a little bit each time. And they actually make you happier and more self-confident and more healthier and just physically and mentally and spiritually better off than you were before you did that task. So that's delayed gratification. The reason why we can't live this life of discipline, this life of like that we want to live, this life of getting things done, this life of proactiveness, this life of intentionality and purpose and meaning. The reason why we can't live that out because we're being overcome by these instant gratification habits. And it might even just be one habit you're doing. If there's one of those habits you're doing, maybe you don't watch porn, maybe you don't eat junk food, maybe you don't, but maybe you doom scroll for 30 minutes to an hour a day. Maybe every time you use a toilet, you go and doom scroll for like 30 minutes, or maybe when you're cooking your meals or when you're eating at any point in the day, you start doom scrolling. That simple thing that you're doing is the reason why you don't do this bigger thing, this delayed gratification thing. This thing is distracting you from this thing. Literally what we need to do is we need to do a complete dopamine detox. We need to do a complete like swap of these habits. And so let's say doom scrolling, we need to swap doom scrolling with a better habit. Essentially, we need to completely replace all these negative instant gratification habits with the delayed gratification habits. You can actually fall in love with doing the delayed gratification things. You probably think, oh, but I want to doom scroll, I want to watch porn, I'll never stop doing those things. If you just replace these things as much as possible, as frequently as possible, and do these things as minimally as possible and replace those habits with the good habits. So for example, don't just cut out porn, don't just cut out doom scrolling, actually replace that with something else like reading or going for a walk or going to the gym. Just replace these with something else. Otherwise you'll just be bored and you'll end up doing that thing anyway, and you won't have any purpose in life. You won't have any drive or reason to do these things, these delayed gratification things. So you're just going to end up going back to these things. And so essentially you can build a love for these delayed gratification things. Just like how you have a love for these instant gratification things and these bad habits, you have like an innate like desire to watch porn and to do all these bad things. You can actually just have that same desire for the good things. The only thing is you have to cut out these things, because these things are more stimulating, these things are more fun, these things are more like addictive, and obviously they're used by the devil to actually get you to be more addicted and for him to have more control over you spiritually. And so these things are always going to be there. These things are always going to be temptations. They're always going to be things that are more stimulating and more fun and more instant gratification and more like poppy and bright and colorful, and like you're always going to be attracted to these things. But when you have a lifestyle of these things and these like hard, difficult things, a gym, you meditate for an hour in the morning, you pray in the morning, you read your Bible, you read books, you don't doom scroll, you don't watch porn, you don't do any of that, you eat healthy, no junk food, no seed oils. When you live that life, those things actually start becoming more fun to you. Actually, let me tell you a story. So for almost a year of my life, every day, all I ate, twice a day, I would eat 6 to 12 eggs, no seasoning. I would have either beef or steak, usually beef because steak's expensive. I mean, inflation these days is crazy. I would have a pound of ground beef, mix it with the egg. Sometimes I'd make scrambled eggs, I guess. I forgot about that. I would mix it all together and eat it like that. No seasonings, no salt, nothing. And I ate that twice a day for almost a year of my life. Really like locked in for several months there and just did that, and that's all I really ate. Now, I'm not saying to go do that. That's not very like optimal long term, because you do need like other nutrients, you need supplements, you need other things in your life. You don't just want carnivore diet unless for a small period of time to really focus and get that mental clarity to like be on a monk mode period like I'm doing right now actually. So anyways, I actually loved that. Now, of course, yes, it sucked at times, but like it got repetitive at times and it sucked, but like, and it took discipline. A lot of the times it took discipline to actually eat this, but I actually did not want to eat junk food anymore. If somebody offered me a donut, if my grandpa offered me a cookie to eat, you might not have Safeway where you're at, but it's like a grocery store. These Safeway cookies are my favorite cookies in the world. I love them. They're like big. They're like, for some reason, the texture is just the best. I was obsessed as a kid eating these cookies, and I'm over here. My grandpa's offering me one of these cookies, and actually like he had a whole box of them. He was gonna offer like as many as I want, and I was like, for a second I was like a kid in a candy store, but then I was like, I don't actually want this. I don't actually want this. I do not want it whatsoever. This actually looks disgusting. I don't want it at all. And so I realized that, and I'm like, wow, I actually built up like a love for like the hard thing, the delayed gratification thing, the thing that's like considered like impressive to most people, like something that's considered like difficult and like discipline. But I've built up such a love for it that it's just my normal life now. That's just my baseline. That's just who I am, and it's impacting my life in such a beautiful way. The mental brain fog, I'm not getting the lack of self-confidence and self-awareness because I'm constantly in my head, anxious, thinking about what people think of me because I'm fat, or I don't feel good, or I feel off, or I feel just self-conscious because of what I ate. Like it's instant gratification. Anything that's instant gratification, you're gonna feel self-conscious about, you're gonna feel bad about. Just subconsciously you will. Whenever you're talking to other people, you're gonna feel bad inside. And so imagine having that as your baseline, like that positive delayed gratification. You can do that for your entire life. The only thing is you can have that love your entire life. You can actually like pray. Consider this, like your attention span can get so much better, and your desire to spend time with God can get so much better to where you can spend 3-4 hours in the morning praying. Can you imagine that? Spending 3 hours in the morning praying to God. I've done it. I've been there. Could you imagine spending 3 hours doing focused work, and you record in that time 8 to 10 videos, you edit 2 videos, maybe not, you probably wouldn't get the editing done in that time frame, but like you record 8 to 10 videos, that's like a video for like the next week and a half. That's a video every day for the next week and a half, and you already recorded that in just 2-3 hours of work in one day. What if you had the willpower and the endurance and like the love and the purpose and the meaning to actually get that done every day, to get that kind of work done every day? This is possible for you. It's all momentum. It's possible for you. Only thing is you have to cut out these instant gratification habits, because you're always going to want to do these instead of these. That's just how it is. So you have to cut them out so that you build more of a love for these things, and it will happen over time. This truth changed my life. I used to be addicted to junk food. I used to be inconsistent. And it like ruined my life. It ruined my progress. It ruined who I wanted to be as a self-improvement, like discipline, like leader in this space. Like I want to actually help people. I want to be an influence to people in real life and on here. And I want to like be somebody that people look up to. And I can't do that if I'm over here eating junk food twice a week or 3 times a week. Like I need this baseline of like what people want to be like, but they just don't know how. I need this in my life. The only way to actually chase that truly is, of course, you need purpose in life. Otherwise, if you have no purpose, you have no goals in life, then why would you do any of this anyway? You might as well, if you have no purpose in life. This is just your mental logic as a human being. If you have no purpose in life or no reason to succeed, no reason to delay gratification, then you're just gonna do these things anyway. You're just gonna do the bad habits, because why not? What else do you have to do? Like, you have no reason to be better. You have no reason to eat healthy. You have no reason to not eat seed oils. You have no reason to not watch porn, you know what I mean? The only thing that kept me going is the idea that I'll one day meet my future wife, which I did, and that I need to be a better person for her. And the fact that I need to improve my life so that I can help other people fix their life. Those are the two things that motivated me every day to get up. And so at that point, that takes you a long way. Having purpose and having meaning in life and having something that drives you every morning, that takes you a long way. But no matter what, even if you have that big, glorious purpose in your life, you're still gonna fall away to the bad habits and destroy your entire routine, destroy your entire day. You're still gonna do that if you have a love for these things, if you have a habit of doom scrolling. If I go on my phone in the morning, just instinctively, and scroll for like even 5 minutes, my whole day is ruined. Like, the whole trajectory, like, of course I can improve and like get back on track for the day, but like my entire trajectory for the day is ruined. It's destroyed for good. Like, it's completely destroyed. My productivity destroyed, my love for God destroyed. I'm more numb, I'm less grateful, I'm less happy, I'm less content. Why am I getting all these negative attributes with something that is so fun and so like enjoyable? Stop doom scrolling. It's not good for you. Like, we think it's so pleasurable, we think it's harmless. We actually get FOMO a lot of the times that we're missing out on good content, and we need to scroll right now and make sure we're not missing out on anything. I'll just do it for 3 minutes, just for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes I'll doom scroll, make sure there's no good content, and then okay, I'm fine. Stop! This FOMO is the reason why you're addicted, and this addiction is going to make you fall down this cycle of instant gratification, and you're going to be less happy than you could be. You'll never have a love and a desire to do the hard things. If you're wondering why you can never stick to like a good routine, like a good habit, if you're wondering why the gym is like so inconsistent for you, or why not fapping is not like consistent for you, the reason why is because you still love these things. You still have a reason to do them. You still have no purpose in life, and you have no purpose in life, so you might as well do these things for fun. You have no reason to not do them, and you just have no love for these harder things. And like, it's hard to explain, but you can only have a love for these harder things if you cut out these things completely. That's just how it is. When you have a little bit of this, you're always going to have a little bit of pushback on these things. And so I don't want to go on a long tangent, but you get my point. You have to cut out the instant gratification. You have to replace it with the delayed gratification. You have to replace it with the godly habits, the habits that are of God's natural order, like the natural life we're supposed to live. And when we do that and we live a life 100% of this, you have no idea how beautiful your life can get. This truth like saved my life. Like, I'd be so depressed and anxious, and actually it would have ended my life at this point several times in my past if I didn't have this. If I didn't have, of course, my purpose, that's a big one, and having God, but also being able to chase God and chase God's ways and actually feel like I'm close to him, and actually feel like I'm living this life we're supposed to live as like people, as humans, as men. We're supposed to be living this life, and yet none of us are. And we wonder why we're so existential, why we don't feel God anymore if we're Christian, or why we feel like there should be more to life and there isn't, and our lives are meaningless, and why we're so depressed, and why we have so much anxiety, and why we're so self-conscious and so like uncomfortable in our own bodies. Like, I'm not like that. I feel so good right now. I'm smiling this morning, like autistically, and I talk about this in my videos a lot, but like, I'm autistically smiling because I'm just enjoying my life. I went for a quick run this morning just to do like a eat the frog kind of like hard task in the morning that I do on Sundays. I spent time with God, an hour and a half of focused work. I recorded 2 videos and edited 1 video completely, and then I went for a drive to go record these videos, and I was listening to Christian music. I was listening to worship music, praising God, praying, and then I came here and I started recording more videos. And now I'm gonna go home, eat a healthy breakfast, because I want to eat a healthy breakfast. I actually want to, because I did all these other things this morning. I did these other hard things this morning, so I actually want to do another hard thing, another good thing for my health, for my future self. Like, I actually want to like be better for my future self and for the future people around me. So I'm gonna go eat a healthy breakfast. I want to do that. And then I'm gonna go to church after, and it's gonna be great. It would actually take me more discipline to eat the junk food than it does to eat the healthy food. The only limiting factor there for me would be like convenience. But even then, I don't eat that for convenience because I just don't see a point in it. I don't need the protein. I don't need the extra calories for the gym. I'd rather starve than eat like 7-Eleven taquitos ever again. Like, I just don't care. I don't have that desire anymore because I don't have these instant gratification things that are making me sabotage and do those things. I actually want to do these things. And when I do these things and momentum kicks in and I do them and I spend the morning doing them my entire day, then my entire rest of my day is on a better trajectory and I'm actually happy and fulfilled. And I feel so close to God right now. I feel so close to the creator of the universe, the God that actually wants to have a relationship with you, that all of us are ignoring, that we don't pray to because, oh, we have so many other anxieties and worries and stresses and things we worry about. And, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to go to work. Like, why don't we just dedicate time to God? I feel so close to God right now. So I feel so good. If you want to feel like this, please consider my advice. Literally, like, watch this video over again, take notes, literally take notes on everything I'm saying, read these notes every single day for the rest of your life. And I promise you, this will help you and you'll be reminded of this fact. If you're just going to scroll and watch another video, then you're wasting your time. You're going to get nothing out of this video and what I taught you and what I told you about. So if you want to get something out of this and actually improve your life and like do better for yourself and chase delayed gratification and actually love delayed gratification for your life and actually love these hard things, then open a notebook, scroll back to the beginning of this video and take notes. I'm serious. Actually take notes. It helps you. I also have a community on Discord. In the description below, there's a link for that. And it's just a group of guys who are also trying to improve their life, who are kind of just normal people, but are also struggling with these same things and are aware of these things and are just trying to do better for their life. And some are Christian, some are not. It's just kind of a broad space of guys who are just trying to improve their life and trying to learn and grow and have brotherhood and make friends and just do better and to not be alone in this journey of improvement. Because in this life, there isn't many of us out there that are trying to become aware of these things and improve and do better. With that being said, I love you all. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.